So we've only had this month's PlayStation Plus games for around a week if you're talking Call of Duty, a little bit less for Star Wars Battlefront 2, but let's be honest, not everyone's into shooting games. Me personally, I love them, but I know a lot of you guys out there, they're not for you. You're probably more into RPGs, racers and other stuff, and it's at that point where we're going to check out the PlayStation Store and see what awesome deals there are for you guys. Now, if you want to make these deals even cheaper, make sure you get your PSN credit from Instant Gaming. It's usually around 20% off, which is pretty huge. There's a link down below that will link you through to their website. They've also got a giveaway on at the moment, which is completely free to enter. Again, in the description next to the giveaway, you'll go through to a countdown timer, and all you need to do to enter is literally pick anything that you guys want. And I always suggest going for a 50 PSN credit, just because then you've got an option of getting a few extra games off the PlayStation Store. But let's jump on. Now, to start with, we're going to check out the PlayStation Plus exclusive discounts. Now, hopefully we've got some decent stuff in here this month. Now, the first one that I'm going to go for is the Crew 2 Deluxe Edition. Now, this at the moment, it's only like 13 quid, which is a pretty decent price for a pretty decent game. Now, I enjoyed the original The Crew. The second one, I only really ever played it when it was like a free weekend, because I didn't like the way that you changed into other vehicles. I know that sounds dodgy, but it's true. When you could kind of just transform into a different vehicle, it just annoyed me. Even though it might be a really cool game, the story might be decent, the races might be epic, and the map might have been really, really improved, just the way that you changed into an aeroplane just kind of put me off the game and made me feel it was a little bit corny. But I know some of you guys aren't bothered by that sort of stuff, which is the reason I'm going to kind of go for it. I have actually re-downloaded the game. I'm actually kind of looking forward to jumping onto it and actually putting some time into it to see if I actually enjoy it, but we shall soon see. The second one that I'm going to go for is something that's completely different, and the other reason that I'm going to kind of go for it is because recently I actually started playing it with my wife and it was so much fun, and you don't even need controllers to play it, which is one thing that I didn't actually know, and it's Just Dance 2019. Now, this game's normally £50, it's currently £25 on the store. Now, I always thought that you had to use the Move controllers, or you could use like your phone as the controller with the Just Dance app. What I didn't know was, if you've just got a camera, you can simply just play the game with no controllers whatsoever, which makes it so easy to set up, and you can play it whenever you like in parties without having to worry about things getting broke. Really good price for a really, really fun party game. The reason that I'm going to go for this final one in the PlayStation Plus section is, we all get to that point sometimes where you can't think of what to play. You don't want to play something that needs your full attention. You just want to sit back and kind of chill and relax, but you don't want to watch TV at the same time. The game that I usually go to for this is The Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, it's really, really chilled out. Literally, it is still a shooter, and it is still a game that you do kind of need to concentrate on, but not as much. It's literally, you walk around your map, you'll find a target, you'll kind of listen out for tracks, well, look out for tracks and listen out for calls and stuff, track animals, and hunt them down, really. It's normally £25 on the store, it's currently $9.99. It is a pretty fun addictive game, and you can play it with your friends as well, which is always a good point. Next section that we're going to look at though is games under £16. And the first one that I need to go for, even though it's been on sale before, it's an awesome price though, is Marvel Spider-Man. It's normally £35 on the store, it's currently $15.99. For the price that it's at the moment, I just had to mention it. It is an awesome game and probably one of the best PlayStation exclusive that's out there at the moment. Anyone that hasn't played it, you might as well grab it while it's so cheap. The second one though, it's a bit hit and miss. It's a game called Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. It's normally £33 on the store, it's currently £16, and it's a really cool sounding game, but at the same point it's pretty difficult. Literally, you're playing your life as a monkey, but it doesn't actually tell you that much what to do, and when you kind of start it, it can be really, really confusing, which does get really, really annoying, and you'll either stick with it, or it'll annoy you, and you'll never play it again. But next up, the PlayStation exclusives. And for me personally, a lot of the VR games are standing out. First up, Blood and Truth. Now, if you've played PlayStation VR and you played VR Worlds, if you played the London Heist, this is kind of a game that follows on from it. I don't actually know if it's supposed to, or whether it's just a game that's kind of built off it. But it's normally £35 and it's currently $12.99. It's a game that I've actually been really looking forward to playing myself, and I'm adding it to basket as we speak. Second up, Firewall 0 Hour. Now, I'm actually going to go for the digital deluxe edition just because the price difference isn't that much. It's normally £35 on the store and it's currently $14.99. Now, the gameplay for this sometimes can send my head a bit west. I get a bit motion sick with these sort of games sometimes. I usually end up having to eat a load of ginger biscuits or wearing these weird things on my wrist that are meant to stop you feeling poorly. They kind of do the job, but not awesomely. This is an FPS game which it plays best if you're actually using the guns and stuff, rather than trying to use controllers. It's definitely a game that everyone should experience, and if you're into stuff like Call of Duty, you will absolutely love it. And the final one on this section, Everyone's Golf VR. Now, it's a fun style golf game in VR, I don't know what else to say about it. It's normally £25 and it's currently $8.99, and for some reason the VR version is actually cheaper than the standard edition of the game. One annoying thing though, they should have a bundle where it is combined, where you can either play it VR or non-VR rather than having to buy two separate versions of the game. But hey ho, pretty cool game for a pretty decent price. But finally, the best sellers section. Now one here, I'll be honest, is a lot of games that I've kind of already mentioned. And I mean in like this video, they've kind of stuck all the really cool ones out of all the other sections into this one. But we are still going to have a look through and see what else we can find. The only game that is kind of standing out for me, which I've heard a lot about, haven't actually played personally myself, but now it's on sale, it's kind of the perfect time to pick it up, is a game called Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, a lot of you guys, when I've kind of mentioned what games are you playing, have mentioned this. I've seen a lot of people streaming it and it does actually look pretty cool. Not a major discount though, usually it's £35 on the store. It's currently £25 to pick up, so it's a decent deal for a really cool looking game and one that I can't wait to actually play myself. Now again though, if you want to make these games even cheaper, make sure you get your PSN credit from Instant Gaming. It's usually around 20% off, which does make a huge difference when you're looking at deals for new games. All the links are down below, make sure you check them out. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.